Welcome to Getting Started With, where our job is to make your job easier. In this episode, we are getting started with 10 terms to know, common internal audit-related terms you'll hear in the conference room, next to the water cooler, or in the Teams chat for the remote workers out there. After this video, you'll be on your way to seamlessly chatting with experienced audit professionals. So, let's get started. If you've gotten this far without knowing what internal audit means and are just too afraid to ask, well, now you can breathe a sigh of relief. An internal audit is an independent and objective assessment of an entity's operations, performed using a comprehensive and disciplined approach. Two important traits an auditor must have when performing an audit engagement are objectivity and independence. Objectivity refers to the impartiality of auditors when it comes to their work. An auditor must have this mindset to fairly evaluate a process. Independence for internal auditors means being free from any outside influences that may compromise their judgment. If you can't maintain independence or objectivity, you end up at our next term, impairment. An impairment is anything that hinders your ability to perform your work without bias. Impairment can result from conflicts of interest, such as a personal relationship, or by having an individual interest in the outcome of what you're auditing. It is very important to disclose any impairments that may affect your judgment when performing audit work. Our next term to know is framework. A framework is a structured set of practices designed to provide guidance and recommendations to an organization's operations to achieve objectives and compliance in a designated field. Compliance with a framework is a great way to show that your organization is performing a function in an effective and credible way. The global internal audit standards are an example of a framework. When an internal audit department follows these standards, it demonstrates high quality and consistency in its work. A control in an organization is a process implemented by management to achieve a business objective. This objective can vary from ensuring the accuracy of a bank balance to defending against cyber attacks. Controls are important guardrails organizations should have to ensure financial reporting is accurate and assets are safeguarded. As an auditor, you may find yourself testing a control. Testing refers to the procedures and techniques designed by an auditor to achieve an objective. Examples of ways testing may be completed are through observation, document examination, and interviews. Internal auditors may use one or more of these methods to achieve their objective. An audit sample is a subset of items that is selected from a larger population of items. This can be anything from transactions to locations to cows. Selecting a sample helps an auditor draw a conclusion over a large set of items without having to perform audit testing over each item in the population. When doing our work, internal auditors should be mindful of our next term, materiality. Materiality is an amount of something that is significant enough to influence the decision-making process. For example, you might not be concerned about one ant at your picnic, but if there were 1,000, you may consider moving to another tree. Those same principles apply to business transactions. This applies to the populations we audit as well. If an auditor has a $1 discrepancy on a balance of $10 million, it isn't reasonable to alter your decision-making. However, if it were $1 million instead of $1, this would warrant further investigation. Our last term is Internal Audit Charter. An internal audit charter is a formalized document approved by an organization's audit committee or board that outlines the responsibilities and authority of the internal audit department. Congratulations on completing Getting Started with 10 terms to know. Thank you for watching. There's so much more to learn. Check out these links for more information.